Okay, so let's start in. Okay, so is my screen visible to all? Okay. Okay. So in the last class we did about that lights actually. So open that particularly file. Today we're gonna see how do we place tube light on the walls. Okay, so we're gonna see how do we make tube lights for the walls. Okay, so let's start with creating a light for the walls. It's a tube light I'm going to create it. Right, so to create that family, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come into file command and going to take new, take family, and under the family templates we're going to go into English folder. And under the English folder I'm going to take metric light fixture. Okay, so I'm going to take metric light fixture, but it's going to be on the walls. So I'm going to take metric lighting fixture wall base command. Okay, wall base template, sorry. Okay, so we're going to select this one, metric lighting fixture wall base. Okay, not the linear lighting fixture. Okay, just metric lighting fixture wall base dot rft. Okay, that is the family template ka extension dot rft. So we do that, we got to take an open command to open that particularly family template, and once I open the family template, I'll get the plan view, which is this is my reference plan. Okay, so reference level is the plan view. This side is the placement side, this side is the back side. Assume that this is the wall actually. Okay, and that's your light actually. So this yellow circle thing is the light, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on the placement side, and so this is the placement side. So assume that this is your wall face, and that's the light actually. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create a reference um, planes, horizontal reference planes. Okay, vertical or over here as well. So two vertical reference plane would be better. So I'm going to create vertical reference plane one here and one vertical reference plane one right over here. Right, so it's two vertical reference planes I've created, and actually I'm gonna give dimensions to these reference plane. So this center line, that like give it as an equal parameter, and then I can give this dimension, and I can call this as the length. Okay, so we'll call this as length. Yes. My screen is already minimized. Better? Okay. Okay. So we can select this thing, we're gonna create a parameter and we're gonna label this parameter its length, keeping in type, and then click on OK with that. So that's gonna be the length of my tubelights, right? And I'm gonna come in the dimensions, and from the reference level to here, this would be the cell height. Okay. So that's the cell height of the light, and we can come in the plan view and we can give this as offset. This would be as called as light offset. Right. Perfect. So on the placement side we have all the parameters ready. Now I'm going to come on the left view here, and then I'm going to create that site fixture support for that tube light. Okay, so I'm going to go at create, and I'm going to take a shape of extrusion over here. Okay. And create rectangular regions. Red. Give that later on. I'll just give this dimension first. Picture width. Give this width as of now of 250, and picture as of now of 150. And I want this picture to be having a little bit arch shape coming out. Arc that way. Till here. Okay, now there is this little problem will occur over here. Is like when I click on the finish editing mode, it would be created, but if I look on the placement side, it would be created on the center actually. Okay, and I don't want it to start it on center. Maybe I wanted to start it this fixture to come on this plane over here. So well, first of all, select this plane, reference plane, and I'm gonna name this reference plane as the left plane. This can be my right plane. Okay, and when I come on the left side, I'm gonna take the create command and take an extrusion. But before I take the extrusion, solid extrusion, I'll take set work plane, and over here I'm going to pick a plane, or I can select from the name over here. So I have that left plane, select OK, and now I can start creating that solid extrusion shape. Right, and the thickness of that fixture would be, I'm going to give like 75 mm. Give this a parameter as well. I'm going to click on finish edit mode. So now if I come on the placement side, you can see that fixture is created over here. Okay, if you wanted to reduce the thickness, you can come over here and reduce the fixture thickness. Okay, so we have that shape ready. Can create another shape on the other side. So I'm going to come on the right side now, and before I start creating a solid extrusion shape, I'm going to set work plane, and I'm going to select the right plane, and once again I'll create the same shape. You can lock these lines, okay, so it will behave exactly the way the other side is behaving. Okay, so no need to give parameters for this side. This would be okay, so it's like sticking out, so I'm going to get negative. Fixture thickness. Then coming on to the front view, I'm going to again create, means in the same elevation view only, on the placement side only, I'm going to create another solid extrusion shape all the way till that end. Lock these lines. Right. And I'm going to give a little extrusion thickness of another 50 mm. Give an associate family parameter, calling this as fixture thickness. Hit on the finish edit mode. So now when I look in the 3D view, see is this. Let me come into the plan view and right. So this is coming up till here. So might have to drag this back the layer. I'm going to create one more reference plane. In the reference level actually, I'm going to create a parameter here to here. Label this as fixture thickness. Drag the light offset actually. There. Drag this light offset a little more outer side. So light offset, I'm going to give like 100 mm. Because of this problem is coming, fixture thickness is going way bigger. Parameter for these. Fixture thickness as of 50 mm. Fixture that's not right. Fixture end. Let's create one more working plane. Plane for on this wall face actually. I'm going to label this plane as wall placement. Come on the placement side. Before we create a solid extrusion, we're going to set the work plane. Take wall placement side plane. And let us create a solid extrusion now. Lock all these lines. Put on the finish mode. And if you look in the plan view, there we have perfect. this planes. When you can give these parameters as fixture thicknesses. Just in case if you wanted to increase this. So now if we look in 3D view, we have the fixture. Okay. If it's like too extending out, you can reduce the fixture width. In fact, you can make it to 100. One side, the other side did not happen, so we need to edit the extrusion once again. Right side, we did not give the parameters, so it's not working. Parameters is working. Now it is controllable. So if I want to increase the fixture width, go up to 200s. Yep. And even the thickness is controllable. Okay. Select all these frame and you can apply the material. material. Now I'll just create that tube shape, the glass tube. Okay, so to do that, again I'm going to come in the left elevation view. Can slide this little bit more ahead, this fixture. Okay, so that's perfectly okay. So right, 130 mm. It's 170. Then now we can create another extrusion shape, but let's take a work plane set over here. So I'm going to set a work plane. Left plane is already set it, so it's okay. You can create an extrusion, circular extrusion. Okay, so I'm going to give this tube that 45 mm radius. Parameter, so tube dia, finish mode. So now coming to the placement side, it's that tube, stretch it all the way till this end and you can lock it. Same over here, stretch it all the way till here and lock it. Okay, look into your 3D view, you have that tube shape. Okay, and I can apply a material to this tube. So select this tube, assign a material, the material editor, create a new material, name this material as AR dash glass, but for the tube subcategory would be the glass. Choose render appearances. I'm going to come into the appearances, and in appearances we're going to take appearance library. And from here we're going to take glass material. But in glass material I'm going to take, scroll all the way down, I'm going to search for light bulb. This light bulb, so you want the light bulb class, I'm going to assign that, and it will be a glass material, but little glow would be there. Okay, apply that, click on OK, and even I'm going to associate this family parameter, call this as glass material. You see that it's this glass, but it's like glowing. Okay, we can join this geometry with that, and this geometry with this. We join them. So we have a fixture, we have that glass tube with us. Okay, so till here everything is clear. यहाँ तक समझा सबको? let's adjust the lights now. So again I'm going to come the placement side, gonna select this light fixture, okay, or this light shape or this light source. Okay, so when I select the light source, on the top you'll find this light source definition. Gonna select that, and over here I'm gonna select the light source shape as a line shape, okay, and the distribution of that line shape would be spherical, okay, because it's a tube and spreading the light all the way around. Click on apply, click on okay. Now I need to adjust this shape of the light till this particularly point. So the length is going to be this 145 minusing the fixture thickness. Okay, so I'm gonna come into family type, and in the family type I'm going to create a formula parameter. Formula parameter would be what? Basically that whatever is my fixture length, so here I'm going to give fixture length, so length, then minus the fixture thickness, minus fixture thickness, minus fixture thickness, and I'm going to click on apply. You can see it's fits perfectly. Okay, now this distribution size is coming way too bigger, so again we're gonna come into family types, and over here the distributing size, you can see the symbol size, distributing symbol size. I'm gonna take it off with respect to 70 mm. A little bit more smaller, let's take 50 mm. Okay, so that the light stays inside that fixture zone, so now it doesn't cease to you, but it's there inside, the light is there. So if I switch this to wireframe, you'll able to see the light. Okay, you can still see this light source is still going a little bit in, so I'm going to come into distribution size symbol. Okay, so it's 50 mm, I'm going to take 30 mm then. That's too small, take 40, 35, let's take 35 mm. Perfect. So we have the light created, and the source of the light is inside that tube. Okay, you can reduce the tube thickness, or you can increase the symbol size actually. So slightly I'm going to increase that. I think 40 mm was better. Okay, that's better. The tube size, if you want to reduce the tube size, you can reduce the tube size or the diameter, which I have given like 90 mm. I'm going to take 80 mm. Perfect. Fixture height, I'm going to reduce that to 100 actually. Right, now this light, how much should be the the intensity or the wattage of the light? We'll come into the family types once again, and at the bottom over here we have the initial intensity, which is right now in the lux format of 1380 lm, which I'm going to change to wattage, and I'm going to give like, this light is like 25 wattage light of an higher efficiency of 300 efficiency. Okay, so the wattage is 25 wattage and the efficiency is 300 efficiency, 300 lm. Luminosity would be there. Okay, and the initial color of that light is right now 3000K, which is gonna give me warm color. We want a reference white, so we're gonna take reference white. Okay, or if you want fluorescent white, you can take cold fluorescent white. Not that white. Let's come. So we take reference white. Okay, 6500 Kelvin. So I told you to remember the Kelvin chart to create the light effect, color effect. Okay, got that light and everything. Then you can click on apply and click on OK. Now one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come into the ceiling plan view, or you can come under the floor plan view at least, and under the floor plan view gonna give create actually an electrical connector. Place it right on this top face, and give this electrical connector as a system type as power, which is going to be a balanced power, number of pole as 1, no lagging, load classification I'm going to give this as lighting, the voltage of that light I'm going to give 120 voltage, and the apparent load I'm going to give 244 apparenting load. That is specimen light. You can give this a parameter volt, and this as apparent load. Sorry. This can go under load classification. Number of poles. So these connectors can have associated parameters. Now we have the Tubelight ready. We can now save the file. Wall Tubelight. This is for the wall I have created. Okay. Then we can load it into our project. Come into the floor plan actually, and wherever you wanted to apply the light, supposingly I want to apply on this wall over here, come into system tab. Under the system tab I'm going to go into electrical and going to take light fixtures. And when I do that, I'll find that light in the type list over here. You can see the tube light is there. Place it right over here. Okay, so it is a little higher above the level, so if I look into my ceiling level, you should be able to see them. I'm not, so it's above the cut plane level, that's why it was not visible in my floor plan. But if you look into the 3D camera, sorry, find that light, you can select that light and give the elevating height from the level, what height you want to give. Suppose I wanted at 2100, or maybe more than that, 2500. You can have that tube light over there. Okay, and then we can render the view, coming into the view tab, render, and just hit on the render button. See the effect. we have that tube light, it is glowing. So you can see that it's glowing. Right, so we have that effect. Save to this project temporary, and just want to see the effect of the tube light only, so I'm going to switch off these wall lights, sorry, the ceiling lights. So I'm going to come into artificial light thing and off the street lights and the fixture light, the ceiling based lights. So only the tube light is active. Okay, what I'm going to hit on the render button. There we go. So that's the impact of that tube light. Okay, which is not that really strong, it's not giving much efficiency, so we need to increase the efficiency of the light so that it glows a little bit more. Okay, so you can stop the rendering in the middle and you can select the light, go into the edit type, and you can change its parameters. You can change the efficiency a little higher, 1000 efficiency. Okay, so now it's 25 voltage but 1000 luminance would be there, so the more light effect would be coming in. So now we can see there is more light illumination, we can see the scene a little bit more brightly. Okay, the more the efficiency you increase, the more brightness you'll get in the room. Okay, yeah, so we have the light effect. We can save this to project. So when I come into project, we have these effects without the tube light, with the tube lights, with just the tube light. Okay, so we have three different effects. Okay, this is the camera number 2. Okay, till here it's okay to all. Okay then. Please download the link whatever I'm sending, okay, immediately, because it will expire in a day only. Okay, so whatever link, recording links I send it, please download on the same day only. The next day it will expire off. Okay, so we'll keep it here. We'll have class on Wednesday now, so not tomorrow. So we'll have it on Wednesday, so you have time to create the ceiling light as well as the tube light and render it and share the screenshot so that I can comment and give you the markings. Okay, fine. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday now. Thank you.